Evening. I would like to call this April 24th, 2023 Sylvania Board of Education meeting to order. Can you call the roll, please?
Ms. Hoffman? Here. Mrs. Conklin?
Here.
Mrs. Lavalette?
Here.
Mr. Feller? Here. Mrs. Johnson?
Here.
Okay, stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, to start off this evening, I need to make a motion to amend our agenda this evening to remove item 9.3.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay, call the roll, please.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, we are with you, Dr. Motley.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I would like to give my superintendent's report. It's been a very active week, very active month, a very active spring. One thing that's really interesting, I find myself leaving the house with a winter coat on, and then by noon I have on a sweater, and then by 4 or 5 o'clock I have on a coat. So I know our little ones are struggling for recess because we never know what it's going to look like outside. But I did have a lot of time in our buildings this week. Our treasurer, Adam Koch, and I visited several buildings and met with principals and reviewed budgets for next school year. In addition, while we were out and about, we were at Highland and had the opportunity to see their courtyard, which is going over a whole while you were out HGTV reconstruction. Very cool with what they're doing. A lot of donations, a lot of help from the community. It's just really interesting to see it come together. The sidewalk that's going to connect the doors. They're improving upon the pond. They've had a big donation of stones that students can go outside with their teachers and use it as an outdoor classroom, which is really exciting. This Sunday, yesterday, I was at the academic honors ceremony at Southview. Saw Mr. Feller there and his family. In addition, today I was back over at Southview and had a chance to view our art show, the preliminary art show, and I had the, it's always so difficult. There's so many fine pieces of student artwork on display, but I get a chance to pick out 2 for the premiere of the show, so they will be awarded the superintendent's choice. Last week, I also attended a local Toledo community meeting, more specifically about the future construction that will take place on our roads, bridges, overpasses in the next 3 to 4, 5 years. Specifically for Sylvania schools, the focus will be the bridge over Corey, or the Corey Road Bridge, in addition to the bridge nearest to Stranahan. They are just collecting community input at this point in time. If you have an opportunity to go, I encourage our families or community members, board members to attend. It was quite interesting. They're taking feedback and then taking it back to the drawing board and kind of getting that input to make sure they're covering specific aspects that are important to our community. One of the things they highlighted specifically for Stranahan is to increase the size of the sidewalk that is there. They want to increase the sidewalk to 5 feet. If you ever go through there, it's a tight squeeze. So we'll see what happens. Again, that road construction is on the map for, I believe, 25, 26. So it's a bit away, but it's still good to be a part of the conversations and invited to the table. This morning, I attended the regional superintendents meeting for Northwest Ohio superintendents from BASA, the Buckeye Association of School Administrators. And it was a nice gathering of the minds. We had the Ohio Department of Education present. We also had a legal update. We had Neola that was there, and just a general overview of the budget of what's in the House right now and what's being contemplated in the restructuring of the Ohio Department of Education, as well as the state superintendent. And on a final note, last week, I, along with our central office team and Ms. Johnson and Ms. Hoffman, attended a staff meeting as a follow-up with our Whiteford educators to talk a little bit about their transition in leadership and what next steps would look like and what it would look like moving forward. So it was important for us to circle back with those educators, and we did so. And that wraps up my superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you. All right, now we have some board accommodations.
Yes, it is an honor and a privilege this evening. We have quite a few students here. We will be calling you up, and we're going to go through a process here. I do want to acknowledge we have a lot of Sylvania students that are part of the Sylvania STEM robotics team. And many of them, from what I understand, may have just arrived at their homes last night, like after midnight, and are truly exhausted. But the fact that they came here today to be recognized speaks very clear that they are proud of their accomplishments, and we too are proud of the accomplishments of these two robotics teams. I also want to acknowledge, I recommend that the board approve some AT scores of students, ACT scores that were 26 and above. And then I think what we're going to do is I'm going to call each student up, Ms. Conklin, and have them receive the award because we had some folks that showed up. And then we will do a board approval afterward, if that's okay.
That's great.
Is that okay? All right. So when you hear your name, if you could meet me down there at the podium along with Ms. Conklin, our board president. At that time, we will be able to give you your certificate and congratulate you on your accomplishments, and we'll just kick it off with that. So folks up here, stay tuned. So the first student we would like to acknowledge and congratulate is Taylor Wahowiak. Taylor was the highest finishing gymnast in the all-around competition from Northwest Ohio. Congratulations. So the first one I think is Team Avi. STEM Team Avi and Friends consisted of the following individuals. As we call your name up, if you would come up, because we're going to take a team photo, okay? We have Jackson Burnworth. Congratulations. We have Shrestha. I want to make sure I get this last name pronouncing right. I've been practicing. Shrestha Chattopadhyay. Is that correct? Yay! Come on up. Shrestha. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Congrats. We also have Neil Davi. We have Emily Gillen. Hi, Emily. Congratulations. We have Neha Luke. Congratulations. Oh, you have similar earrings. Look at you. Look at that. We have Mayday, is that correct? Mayday Ramaswamy. Is it Mayday? Maida. Oh, thank you for correcting me. Congratulations. We also have Anshi Shaw. Congratulations to Annalise Sloma. And seeing you, like I said, seeing you everywhere. So good. Congratulations. And then we have Will Smith, and that's Team Avi and Friends. Come on down, Will. Congratulations. Oh, who's here? Oh, Shayla Joshi? Yep. All righty. Shayla Joshi. Congratulations. Thank you. Absolutely. So that one's here also. Mohammed Musa. Mohammed Musa. Congratulations. Well done. Team Avi and Friends that we have before you actually were the regional winners at the 2023 Midwest Regional First Robotics Competition. Congratulations to Team Avi and Friends. And I'll point on the other side. Yep. All right. Yeah, we have a team coming. We have a team when we get back to Crystal, come on up here. Tom. Yeah, you look everything. Tom. Yeah, until 14 when you look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have the Sylvania STEM Center STEM Team Waldo, and they were second place robotics champions at the State of Ohio First Championship. So the following students, if you could join us. We have Jonah Burrell. Congratulations, Jonah. You can stand right over there. We'll get a picture. And then we have Peter Hoffman, who's here tonight. Congratulations, Peter. Mason Peace. Congratulations, Mason. Addison Perry. And did we miss anyone that might have come in late? Oh, we have two folks that came in. What's your name, sir? Jacob Traeger. Jacob Traeger, come on down. Congratulations. So glad you could make it. Thank you. Bruce Godlewski. Bruce, are you here? Congratulations. Did we miss anyone? Congratulations. All righty, so we'll have Burnworth come back on up here, and we're going to take a Sylvania STEM Center Team Waldo photo.
Push it a little higher. There we go.
I'll sneak in and how's that? All right, well, come along, come along. Here. Congratulations, Team Waldo.
Is that everybody for the commendation?
Yes. I would like to recommend item 3.1, recognition of achievement, as noted in our agenda for our students who scored 26 or higher on the ACT. Also, our Northview High School student, Taylor Wahowiak, and our STEM Center robotics teams, Team Avi and Friends and Waldo team.
I'll move approval.
All right, any questions or comments?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done.
All right, call the roll.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg? Yes. Jill?
Yes.
If mom and dads want to take their students home, their children, so they can get some more sleep and you can get sleep too, feel free. You don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting, although it is truly engaging. It's riveting, but you may enjoy the pillow a little bit more. Thanks for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. They have to be exhausted. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Any public participation?
No. Okay, this is our first opportunity for public participation for items that are on our agenda.
No?
I don't know. Amy?
Amy?
Do we have public? Okay. Okay, seeing that there are none, we'll move on. This is our first opportunity for a public comment on the rehire, retire, or retire, rehire posting as posted in our agenda. Do we have anyone signed up for public comment on that item? No, we don't have anyone here. Okay. All right, moving on. We are with you, Mr. Koch.
All right, so I have a few items this month. I'll just go on consent agenda if you guys don't mind. 6.1 is minutes of previous meetings. We have March 20th and April 17th. Treasurer's report for month ending March 31st. As noted in my update, we are, still trending in the right direction with our forecast. Next month, I'll have a presentation for our updated forecast for our spring submission. We're required to submit 2 forecasts for the year, and in May, we'll do our second one for the year. But again, our revenues are trending upwards, and our expenses are down. So just a hair on the expenses. So that's 6.2. 6.3 is a Lucas County rate resolution. Every year in April, we have to set our rates for the year. We did have one minor decrease for our bond. We had one small bond that was paid off, so we have a small reduction there for the rates in our bond levy fund. 6.4, appropriation and amended certificate changes. 6.5 is our workers' comp service agreement with Sedwig. That is a company that helps us do our BWC consulting there, helps us manage our claims to keep our costs down and allow us to get discounts through the State of Ohio Workers' Compensation Program. 6.6 is a Medicaid school program service agreement with HPC. Long-standing client of HPC, recommend a 3-year contract there so that we can lock in our rate for the next 3 years, which next year's rate is going to be the same as this year's. So not seeing a price increase there, which, like I said, we get about $300,000 to $400,000 in reimbursement for that new program in the state of Ohio, new software, so that we're seeing a little bit of delays there, which could impact our revenues for the fiscal year, but everything else is good. We're still submitting the claims on time and things like that. So 6.7 is availability of funds for our then and nows. We had a couple POs that got put in place after the fact. One is excess costs, and the other one is for a golf invitational. So that is my treasurer's items 6.1 through 6.7.
I'll move approval on a consent agenda basis, items 6.1 through 6.7.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions or comments? All right, call the roll.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
All right, we're with you, Dr. Motley.
Thank you. I would like to recommend item 7.1, the acceptance of gifts. We have a monetary donation in the amount of $1,550 from the VFW Post 2898 to pay for the lighting for the outside of Northview's PAC to light up the large flag. We have a monetary donation of $2,000 from the Sylvania Pyramid Masonic Lodge number 287 for food service negative balance for seniors. We also have another monetary donation of $1,000 from Southview parents, Tanvir and Virinder Singh, to assist with costs for after prom, as well as students who are in need of caps and gowns for graduation. And finally, we have a donation of hair color products, a value of $450 from Cosmo Prof to the cosmetology department at Northview High School.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments?
Very generous donations.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very nice.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Okay, call the roll.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Thank you. I recommend item 7.2. They are administrative contracts for various individuals in leadership roles in the district.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, call the roll.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Thank you. I recommend item 7.3, transition days for Andrea Johnson. She is our incoming Director of Secondary Teaching and Learning, and we would like those days to take place from April 25th through July 31st of 2023.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Any questions, comments? Call the roll.
Jill?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Mr. Tyberski?
Thank you. I'm going to recommend items 8.1 through 8.5 on a consent agenda basis. 8.1 is the appointment of Hema Shaw as the Administrative Secretary to the Treasurer. 8.2 is licensed extra duty. 8.3 are licensed resignations. 8.4 is licensed substitute teacher. And 8.5 are licensed contract non-renewals.
I'll move approval on a consent agenda basis, items 8.1 through 8.5.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Oh, did you intend to pull out 8.6?
I'm going to do that standalone.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, call the roll.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm recommending items 8.6, license contract recommendations.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments? Okay, call the roll.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Julie?
Abstain.
Thank you. I am recommending items 9.1, 9.2, 9.4, 9.5, and 9.6 on a consent agenda basis. 9.1 are classified new hires. 9.2 is classified resignation. 9.4 are classified personnel changes. 9.5 is classified bus cleaning. And 9.6 is substitute wage for the hearing interpreter.
I'll move approval on a consent agenda basis, items 9.1, 9.2, and 9.4 through 9.6.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments? Okay, call the roll.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, now we are at our opportunity for board committee reports and announcements. Mr. Feller?
Nothing new.
I mean, not since last year. We
I
did
know.
have facilities. We did have a facilities meeting, Greg and I did. I don't know, do you want to give an update? You probably should talk about that.
Yeah, we're just kind of starting discussions about facilities and, the need for a master plan. Something, like a 5-10 year plan, so we kind of know where we're going with our facilities and maintenance and whatnot. So we're just beginning discussions on that. So that's really early in the
And it's
process.
very overwhelming
It's a lot, yeah.
for Julie. Let's be clear.
We'll get there.
So are you operating off of that report? Or no, you're
So-
just starting from scratch?
Yeah, so
Sort of.
the report, it's still good information that we're going to use, but we need a more comprehensive, plan for what are we going to do with our buildings? Are we, do we need new buildings? Are we going to repurpose? How are we going to handle that? So, we talked about potentially contracting with a company that specializes in those kinds of things. Again, it's really early. We haven't made any decisions yet, but that report that we already have will be part of the larger report that they're gonna take a look at, and it's gonna be a more global look at facilities as a whole, as opposed to just specific buildings and what needs each building has. It's gonna be more of a planning tool.
Okay. Tammy?
Well, Kim and I and Dr. Motley had a policy committee meeting, which was riveting. But we need to have a follow-up meeting to get through everything. So I'll probably be reaching out to you individually on a couple of the policy changes that are proposed.
Some of those will come out for our first read soon, or we tape, oh yeah. Some of them are pretty routine.
Yeah, some
But
are.
there's just a couple we'll have to follow up on.
Is there an awful lot of them?
There's a lot coming up for a first read. Yeah. I mean, just the vast majority are things like just language changes and not substantive pronouns and things like that.
I guess I would just say if there's a lot, then I'd like to get them, earlier
Right.
than when it's on the agenda.
Like a Friday, we don't want
Yeah, I don't
them.
mind if there's just like 10 I have to read through, but if there's, 25, I'd prefer
There are
not
quite a
to-
few.
Yeah, there might be 25.
Yeah, I prefer not to get them on Friday night and then have to get through them by Monday, so. We can do that. Yeah, that'd be great.
You don't need a weekend.
Well, and then work,
Yeah.
that pesky little job.
Pesky.
Pesky.
Jill?
SCS, we had a 3-hour meeting to kick off our strategic plan this past Wednesday evening.
Oh, fun for you.
It was riveting.
Okay. All right.
It actually was a pretty enjoyable meeting.
I would
Okay.
say also, Southview Show is this weekend, Anything Goes, their musical. I'll be there Thursday night if any of you would like to join. I'll be there.
If you need me for the next month, I'll be at the softball field, so, in the rain and sleet and
Right.
snow and sun.
Hail on Saturday.
Hail,
And some of those all on the same day.
yeah. And all in the same game.
Right.
It was crazy. Other than policy, I didn't have anything else going on, so, although I think I would go, thank our grounds crew, because our fields are really, they look really, I mean, I know we need some upgrades to certain things, and we hear about that, but being out at track meets and softball games and out and about as the spring comes, I think our grounds crew really needs a kudos, because they do a lot of work out there to keep it looking nice, so, and the rec, I know they help also, so. That's all I've got. All right. So this is our second opportunity for public participation for non-agenda items, and we have none. So I move that we go into executive session for the purpose of discussing employment of public personnel, and we will not be taking action after executive session.
I'll second.
All right, call the roll.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.